What's up, guys? Today we're going to check out Tooliom's TL200M MIG welder. So without further ado, let's see what this thing is capable of. All right, guys, before we get started here, just wanted to go over some of the manual that Tooliom includes with this. And they give you this fold out, which is pretty informative. And I want to say it's pretty well written, compared to some of the stuff that you see out there in this price range. You're you're um you're seeing a lot of like misspellings, grammatical errors, and stuff like that. Um, this thing's pretty good, and it's got see, I think it's got both. Excuse me, standard and metric on here. So that's the chart. Okay, that's your reference chart with all your thicknesses and your processes and where your settings should be based on that. Now, as far as the manual goes, the manual's pretty good too. It's pretty well put together, and likewise, it's got important information like the duty cycle and it's got a lot of information in here. Like if you're somebody who's not familiar, if you're just getting into this and you're kind of unsure about how things should be set, like where your polarity should be set, and your settings for, say, for your feed tension, stuff like that. This thing's got a lot of information. It's even got stuff on how to do different setups, and it even covers the setting up for TIG. So I would give this manual. Now keep in mind it's based on price point. I would give this manual a 10. It's actually pretty good. All right, guys. Here is the Tooliom TL200M TL200M 110 220 volt gasless MIG, gas MIG, or stick welder. So I've already got the side open here. I'm running the a 10 pound spool. Nothing fancy. It's a cheap brand, but all the components in here when I was loading this up, they feel really good, like really solid. Anything that's not metal, it feels like high quality. So I was pretty happy about that. Your feed mechanism, everything seems pretty solid. And when I say that, keep in mind I'm basing that on price point. So for in this price range, I'm gonna say this thing's pretty well built. So let's close that thing up. Go to the back side here. You've got your fan, gas connection, and your power switch. Come back around. About the same as it is on the other side. Now let's check out the torch. And one of the things I first noticed with this torch is that it's very well built. I'm very impressed with this. Like the build the build quality of everything on here. This is like a torch you'll find like on a Millermatic, equal to the how robust and how solid it feels. So that's excuse me, that's an automatic plus right there. Right here, your nozzle, it's a screw on. Right there, that's just something that I personally like. I don't really care for the spring-loaded ones, but at the same, they've got their benefits. The spring-loaded ones, you can just pop them off, and if you want to put some of that anti-spatter or splatter, whatever, you want to spray the inside of the nozzle to keep it clean. It's a lot easier, but I think, just me personally, I prefer the screw-on. And it's got the swivel here, and it doesn't feel cheap. So that's definitely a plus. The cable is really stout, and yeah, I give this thing a lot of praise for what Tooliom, whatever you want to call it, what they did at this price point is pretty impressive. So yep, there's that, all your connections, and let's power this thing on and go over the screen. Okay guys, we're gonna fire this thing up, and we're gonna go over the screen. One thing to keep in mind, this thing is it's not a fan on demand. The fan runs constantly when it's powered up. So let's kick it on. Start up. So right there, tells you what you're hooked up to. We're hooked up to 220, and excuse me. And so I think it's different, but I think it's very intuitive. Like, it was not hard for me to figure this out once I started going through the menu. So left side here, okay, I was right. It does have DC TIG, so that's a cool thing about it too. So choose your process. You've got flux core, you've got C20, 8020, lift TIG, MMA, and 100% CO2. I'm trying to save some money, so I'm running 100% CO2. On this side, you have your 2T. You can adjust your inductance here. Kind of nice. Here you have 2T or 4T. No spot. So okay, so this is a synergic machine. So when you adjust your amperage, you only have an adjustment for your amperage, okay? And your amperage adjustment is going to be based off the chart. And the wire feed speed will be set. It's preset for experience with it. For the most part, I can just keep it right here at normal setting, and the preset feed speed works out pretty good. And that's basically it. When you're going to set this unit up, you're just going to set your gas mix, and of course your gas mix is going to be based. You're going to base that on the material that you're welding, and set it up for 2T or 4T, and yeah, I mean, it even tells you right there that your process is MIG. So right there, so very easy and very just a quick setup. So I think we are all set up to do. Let me change that. I think we're all set up to do the test run and put that back to 100% since I'm running 100% CO2. And all right, let's get set up. All right, guys. I'm set up here with some 3/16 mile plate, and I looked at the chart for welding this, and it was kind of looked. It seemed kind of high. I went with a little bit lower. I went with 180 amps on this. So keep in mind that the machine it auto adjusts, kind of like the Miller auto set units. It's laying down a weave pattern here, and um, just doing a sample lap joint, and the machine, it feeds nice and smooth, and the arc is very consistent. Let's see here. Yeah, this machine's really easy to use, and I'm pretty happy with the results it puts out. So yeah, this is it. The Tooliom TL200M. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Well, folks, there you have it. Tooliom's TL200M. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this unit, and for the price point, this thing's pretty competitive. So if you're out shopping for a good MIG welder that can do 110, 220, and it's got a range up to 200 amps, I would highly recommend this unit. So get out there and start building. Thanks for watching. Take care.